Hello everyone. So today we will study new topic of our analytic functions, that is Cauchy-Riemann equations. Okay. So the necessary condition for f of z to be analytic, that is Cauchy-Riemann partial differential equations. Now what are the conditions for a given function to be analytic? Function analytic ક્યારે થાય? If a function f of z is equal to ux comma y plus ivx comma y is analytic at any point z equal to x plus iy, then the partial derivatives ux, uy, vx and vy should exist and satisfy the equations. Okay? કોઈ પણ ફંક્શન આપેલું હોય એને તમે f of z ના ફોર્મમાં કન્વર્ટ કરી એનું પાર્શિયલ ડેરિવેટિવ હોવું જોઈએ. ux, uy, vx અને vy ફાઇન્ડ કરવાનું. It should exist and it should satisfy the equations. અને ux જે છે that should be equal to vy and uy should be equal to minus vx. This all are partial derivatives. Okay? ux અને vy નું જે પાર્શિયલ ડેરિવેશન કરીએ એ સેમ આવવું જોઈએ અને uy અને vx નું પાર્શિયલ ડેરિવેશન કરીએ it should be uy equal to minus vx. If and if only this condition will be satisfied, જો આ condition satisfy થશે તો જ તે function analytic હશે, otherwise it will be not analytic. Okay? The sufficient condition for f of z to be analytic. Okay, again they have written the condition that the continuous single value functions f of z is analytic in a domain D if the partial derivatives ux, uy, vx, vy exist, are continuous and satisfy Cauchy-Riemann equations at each point of D. Okay? આપણે example solve કરશું ત્યારે વધુ clear થશે. Okay? For a function f of z equal to u plus iv if the partial derivatives del u by del x, del u by del y, del v by del x and del v by del y are continuous in the region R and ux equal to vy and uy equal to minus vx, then the function of f of z is analytic. Again they are telling the same thing કે જ્યારે કોઈ આપણે partial derivatives લઈએ ત્યારે ux vy ને equal થાય અને uy minus vx ને equal થાય, then that function is analytic. Similarly, in the polar form, x અને y ની બદલે શું હશે? r અને theta. So if f of z is equal to u plus iv is an analytic function where u and v are functions of r and theta and z equal to r e raised to I theta. Here we are taking z equal to x plus iy, but polar form hoy tyare z is equal to r e raised to I theta, that we discussed in the previous lecture. So during that time del u by del r is equal to 1 by r del v by del theta and del u by del theta should be equal to minus r del v by del r. જો આ condition satisfy થશે તો જ તે જે given function છે એ analytic થશે, otherwise it will be not analytic function. Okay, so example, let us see the examples. Example 1. For what value of z is the function f of z is equal to 3x square plus iy square analytic? Okay, we have to check for what values of z the given function f of z will be analytic. Okay, so first of all, the given function f of z is equal to 3x square plus iy square. Okay, આપણને આ function આપેલું છે. Now we have to find ux comma y and vx comma y. So ux comma y means the real part. So my real part શું છે? 3x square. So our ux comma y is 3x square and vx comma y is imaginary part. So vx comma y is equal to y square. Okay? Now we have to take the partial derivative we have to find the partial derivative ux, uy and here Vx and Vy. Okay. Once you get ux comma y and vx comma y, you have to find the partial derivatives ux vx and uy vy. So what will be the partial derivative of ux? In terms of x, it will be 6x. And your y term is absent, so uy will be 0. Again here vx will be 2y. Sorry, vx, here x term is absent, so vx is 0 and vy is 2y. Okay? So we got ux, value of ux, bx, uy and vy. But if we compare the values according to Cauchy-Riemann equation, that is ux should be equal to vy and vx, uy should be equal to minus vx. But this both the values are 0. So this condition is not satisfied. And from here we will get 6x equal to 2y. So value of x is equal to 3y. Sorry, value of y is equal to 3x. Okay? So we got the value of y equal to 3x. But here the condition is not satisfied. But this condition is satisfied. So we can say that Cauchy-Riemann equation is satisfied along. આપણને એક જ condition આ satisfy આપણે compare કરીએ છીએ ત્યારે આ point આપણને મળે છે. So we can say that it is satisfied along the line y equal to 3x. Okay? આ point ઉપર જ તે આ condition satisfy થાય છે. So આ function જે છે, the given function will be analytic for only this point, for only this line. And at other points it will be not analytic. So we can write that f of z is analytic along line y equal to 3x. Okay, so this is the answer of this question. Okay. So now let us see the other example. Example 2. Use Cauchy-Riemann equation concept to find the derivative of f of z equal to z square. So again, if it is told that you have to find the derivative with the help of Cauchy-Riemann equation. So f of z is equal to z square. And now value of z we all know, that is x minus iy. So if I put this value here, then I get f of z equal to x minus iy whole square, that is equal to x square minus y square plus 2ixy. Okay. Now again from this function we have to find ux comma y and vx comma y and then find the partial derivatives. Okay, so again we will find ux comma y. So what is our ux comma y? That is the real part. So that is x square minus y square, and vx comma y is equal to 2xy. Okay. Now according to Cauchy-Riemann equation, જ્યારે આપણને ux comma y અને vx comma y find થઈ જાય, પછી આપણે ux, that is partial derivative with respect to x, ux, vx, uy and vy find કરવાનું હોય છે. Okay. So what will be the ux here? Here the derivation with respect to x will be 2x. And what will be the uy? Minus 2y. Again in this equation vx શું થશે? 2y થશે. અને vy શું થશે? 2x થશે. So now we can see that here the value of ux is equal to vy. Okay. And value of vy is equal to minus, and value of uy is equal to minus vx. Okay, we can write. હવે આપણે ચેક કરીએ તો જે ux અને vy છે એની વેલ્યુ સેમ આવે છે અને uy જે છે here it is uy. Okay, uy is equal to minus vx means both the conditions are satisfied. બંને condition satisfied થાય છે. Okay, so what we can say that Cauchy-Riemann equations are satisfied and this function is analytic. આ function analytic થશે. પણ આપણને શું કીધું છે? We have to find the derivative. We don't have to say that whether it is analytic or not. So in order to find the derivative, we have to find f dash of z. So what is f dash of z? That is equal to ux plus ivx. Or you can write vy minus iuy. This is the formula to find the first derivative. Find the derivative of the given function. You can write ux plus ivx or vy minus iuy. Now if I put the value here, then what is our ux? Ux is 2x plus ivx, and what is our vx? 2y. Okay, and if I take 2 common, then I will get x plus iy form. And what is the value of x plus iy? X plus iy is z જ છે. So we can write 2z. So the derivative of the given function will be 2z. Okay? હવે આ જ ક્વેશ્ચનમાં એમ કીધું હોત કે આ ફંક્શન ગિવન છે એ એનાલિટિક છે કે નહીં, તો you have to do this sum up to here only, કે both these conditions are satisfied according to Cauchy-Riemann equations. They are analytic function. But here it is told to find the derivative, so we use the formula of derivative, that is ux plus ivx. So we got the answer 2z. Okay? So example 3. Find where each of the following functions are analytic. So we have to show that at which point the functions are analytic and at which point the functions are not analytic. Okay, so 4 questions are given. We will solve one by one and find that at which point the function is becoming analytic. Okay, so let us solve the first. F of z is equal to z by z square minus 4 is given. Okay, now we have to find f dash of z. So f dash of z will be, we have to apply the division rule of differentiation. So we will get z square minus 4 minus z into 2z by z square minus 4 whole square. જ્યારે પણ કોઈ આવું ફંક્શન આપેલું હોય અને we have to find that whether it is analytic or not, then first of all આ જે ફંક્શન આપેલું હોય એનું ડેરિવેટિવ લેવાનું. Okay, so taking the derivative and now solving this further, we get z square minus 4 minus 2z square by z square minus 4 whole square. Now in order to find that the function is analytic or not, you have to consider this denominator term equal to 0. એના આવું જે કોઈ ફંક્શન આપેલું હોય તો ફર્સ્ટ ઓફ ઓલ એનું ડેરિવેટિવ કરવાનું અને પછી જેનો ડિનોમિનેટર ટર્મ છે એને ઇક્વલ ટુ 0 કરી દેવાનું. So here we will get z square minus 4 whole square equal to 0. So we will get z equal to value of z, that is z equal to plus or minus 2. Okay, now હવે આપણે આ વેલ્યુ જો આમાં પુટ કરીને જોઈએ in the function, given function f of z, f dash of z, જો હવે તમે આ 2 અહીંયા પુટ કરશો 2k minus 2, તો આ વેલ્યુ છે એ કેવી થઈ જશે? અહીંયા પુટ કરીએ તો it will be 0, and anything upon 0 is infinity. Okay. If you will put this 2 here, then it will be 4 minus 4. Or if we put minus 2 here, then also it will be 0. So f dash z, f of z શું થઈ જાય છે? ઇન્ફિનિટી થઈ જાય છે, કેમ કે અહીંયા નીચે 0 થશે એટલે અહીંયા ઉપર કોઈ પણ વેલ્યુ હોય પણ આન્સર will be infinite. So f dash of z is infinite. It is becoming infinite. So we can say that f dash of z does not exist. And so we can say that f dash of z is not analytic at points z equal to plus or minus 2. આ પોઈન્ટ્સ ઉપર જે આ ફંક્શન છે એનાલિટિક નથી થતું, બાકીના ફંક્શન્સ પર થાય છે, પણ આ પોઈન્ટ્સ ઉપર તો આ f dash of z છે એ એનાલિટિક નથી થતું. ઓકે, ઇઝ ઇટ ક્લિયર? You just have to, જ્યારે પણ કોઈ પણ આવું ફંક્શન આપેલું હોય, then you just have to take its derivative, પછી ડિનોમિનેટર ટર્મને 0 કરી દેવાનું, અને એ જે પોઈન્ટ આવે એ પોઈન્ટ્સ ઉપર જે ફંક્શન હોય એ એનાલિટિક ન થતું હોય. If it is f dash of z tends to infinity. Okay? Now let us see the other example, that is our B part, that is z by z minus I. Okay, z by z minus I is given. So f dash of f of z is z by z minus I. Now as I told you, આવું કોઈ પણ ફંક્શન આપેલું હોય તો પહેલા શું કરવાનું, એનું ડેરિવેશન કરવાનું. So taking its derivation, we will get, again we will have to apply division rule. So z minus I minus z upon z minus I whole square, and that is equal to minus I by z minus I whole square. Okay, so we got f dash of z. હવે શું કરવાનું હતું કે જે ડિનોમિનેટર ટર્મ હોય એને equal to 0 put કરી દેવાનું. We have to put the denominator term equal to 0. So again z minus I whole square equal to 0. So we get z equal to I. And now you can again see that if I put this value here in f dash z, then again I minus I 0 and anything upon 0 is infinity. So again f dash z, it tends to infinity when I put this value. So what we can say that given function f of z is not analytic. આ point પર analytic નહીં થાય. f of z is not analytic at point z equal to I. Okay, બાકીના points પર analytic થશે, પણ આ point પર given function f of z will be not analytic. Okay, now moving towards the third sum, that is C, that is 10 square z. 10 square z is given. So our function f of z is equal to 10 square z. Okay, but we have to find the derivative first of all. So f dash of z શું થશે? 210z into sec z. આનું derivation શું થશે? 210z into sec z. And now if I put the value here, તો 10z ની value શું થશે? sin z by cos z, and value of sec z will be 1 by cos z. So we can rewrite this equation as 2 sin z by cos square z, and therefore we got f dash z. Now as we got f dash z, we have to put the denominator part equal to 0. So cos square z equal to 0. So value of z is equal to 2n minus 1 pi by 2. Okay, and now here the value of n will be 1, 2 up to infinity. If you put here n equal to 1, જો n 1 પુટ કરીએ તો z ની વેલ્યુ શું થશે? પાઈ બાય 2. અને અહીંયા આપણે વેલ્યુ પુટ કરીએ, then again its value will tend to infinity. So again, so as the value of cos pi by 2 is 0, again this function will become infinity. So we can say that f dash of z is again infinite, and so we have to write that that f of z is not analytic at the point at z equal to 2n minus 1 pi by 2. ઓકે, આ પોઈન્ટ ઉપર આ ફંક્શન છે એનાલિટિક નહીં થાય, બાકીના પોઈન્ટ્સ પર થશે. Now let us move to the fourth one, that is D. So again D is f of z equal to, what was our D? Z square plus 1 by z plus 2 into z square plus 2z plus 2. Okay, so this is our f of z. But now you can see that જો આનું derivation કરીએ તો it will be very tough because there are two terms in the multiplication. So જ્યારે પણ આવું ટર્મ આપેલી હોય કે જેનું derivation hard થતું હોય, tough થતું હોય, તો during that time you directly have to take the denominator part equal to 0. Okay, so directly આપણે denominator terms ને 0 put કરીએ તો z plus 2 0 થશે અને z square plus 2z plus 2 equal એ પણ 0 ને equal થશે. Okay, આનું derivation is very hard, it will be very lengthy. So during that time, if the derivation is hard, you just have to take the denominator terms equal to 0. So z plus 2 is 0 and z square plus 2z plus 2 is also 0. So અહીંયાથી આપણને શું મળશે? z equal to minus 2. And if we solve it further here, then we get z equal to minus 2 plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2. If it is a quadratic function, we have to apply this formula. So we will get z equal to minus 1 plus or minus I. So we will get this values of z. So we can say that the function is not analytic. જે points મળે એની ઉપર એ function analytic નહીં થાય. So the function is not analytic at the points z equal to minus 2 and z equal to minus 1 plus or minus I. Okay, so in this way you have to check whether the given function is analytic or not. So example 4, determine whether the function 2xy plus I into x square minus y square is analytic or not. So again, let function f of z equal to 2xy plus I into x square minus y square. That is, if we compare with u plus iv, then our ux comma y will be the real part. So it will be 2xy. And imaginary part vx comma y will be x square minus y square. Now again, as we got ux comma y and vx comma y, we have to find the partial derivatives ux uy and vx vy. So ux will be 2y. You can write ux or del u by del x. Okay, so that will be 2y. Again, vx or del v by del x will be 2x. uy or del u by del y will be 2x. And vy del v by del y is equal to minus 2y. Now you can see that del u by del x is not equal to del v by del y. And del u by del y is not equal to del v by del x. So we can say that Cauchy-Riemann equations conditions are not satisfied. So given function f of z is not analytic. Okay? Here ux and vy and uy and vx are not equivalent. So we can say that the given function is not analytic. Example 5. Show that f of z equal to z cube is analytic everywhere. Now given function is z cube, but we know that value of z is x plus iy. So we can write here its value, so x plus iy whole cube. So that is equal to the formula of a plus b whole cube. That is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. Okay, so putting with the values in this formula, we get this term, and then comparing the real and imaginary part, we get u and v. And as we got ux comma y and vx comma y, we have to find ux, uy, vx and vy. You can see here that value of ux and vy is equal, and here also uy is also equal to minus vx. Here ux is equal to vy and uy is equal to minus vx, and these are the conditions of Cauchy-Riemann equations. So our conditions are satisfied થાય છે. So we can say that the given function f of z is analytic. Okay, as these conditions are satisfied, the given function is analytic. And in the example 6, you have to do it by yourself. Show that f of z is equal to z conjugate is not differentiable. Again, you have to put here z equal to x plus iy. So what will be your z conjugate? It will be x minus iy. Okay, and then you have to find, this is our real part and this is imaginary part. Then you all find ux, uy, vx and vy, and check whether the given function is analytic or not. If the conditions are not satisfied, then this function will be not differentiable. Okay, so do practice this type of examples at your home. Thank you everyone. I hope you all liked my video lecture. Thank you.